Hello, welcome to the final part of our Let Review for Values Education Majorship. So in this video, we'll go through the last 15 multiple choice questions, each followed with rationalizations just to strengthen your mastery of values education. So let's get started. Number 31. This means a person is a hypocrite, saying good things but doing the opposite. Letter A, lacks conscience. Letter B, pharisaical conscience. Letter C, certain conscience. Or letter D, scrupulous conscience. So the correct answer is letter B, Pharisaical conscience. So this is marked by hypocrisy, focusing on outward expressions of morality while neglecting genuine inner transformation, much like the Pharisees in the Bible who were criticized for this behavior. Pharisaical conscience. For letter A, lacks conscience. This underreacts to moral wrongs, but isn't necessarily hypocritical. For letter C, certain conscience is simply one that is confident in its moral judgment, whether right or wrong. For letter D, scrupulous uh, conscience overreacts, seeing sin even when there is none. So, and it is driven by excessive guilt, not hypocrisy. Letter B is the best answer. Number 32. Which statement is true about conscience? Letter A, it is the moral judge of the mind that makes the person see what is good and what is bad. Letter B, it is the attitude of the person, whether favorable or not favorable towards something. Letter C, it is the good choice. It is the choice of the person to follow what he thinks is good and right. Or for letter D, it is the person's remorseful feelings about something he or she has done wrong. The correct answer is letter A. It is the moral judge of the mind that makes the person see what is good and what is bad. So, conscience is often referred to as the inner moral compass or moral judge that guides a person in discerning right from wrong before making a decision. Okay, for letter B, this defines attitude, not conscience. Letter C refers to free will or moral choice, not conscience itself. And for letter D, this describes guilt or remorse, which may follow a bad conscience decision, but is not conscience itself. So letter A is the best answer. Number 33. He depicted that the soul is immortal, divine, and is subjected to metempsychosis. Letter A, Thales. Letter B, Pythagoras. Letter C, Protagoras. Or letter D, Socrates. The correct answer is letter B, Pythagoras. So Pythagoras believed in the immortality and transmigration of the soul, which we call metempsychosis. So which means the soul passes into another body after death, a central part of these philosophical and religious views. Okay, for Thales, Thales is known for his belief that everything originates from water, not for metaphysical view about the soul. Letter C, Protagoras was a sophist who claimed man is a measure of all things and focused on relativism. Socrates believed in the immortality of the soul but did not teach metempsychosis like Pythagoras. Alright. Number 34. Formation of intellect and will is dependent on many factors. Which of the following should be of the least consideration? Letter A, role models. Letter B, knowledge of moral principles. Letter C, failures made in the past. Or letter D, inner strength of the person. The correct answer is letter C, failures made in the past. So while past failures can offer lessons, they should not dominate or hinder the ongoing formation of intellect and will. So the focus should be forward looking and growth oriented. Letter C. For letter A, role models positively influence moral and intellectual development. Letter B, knowledge and moral principles provides a solid foundation for sound judgment and decision making. Inner strength like resilience and determination are crucial in forming a strong will and disciplined intellect. Letter C is the best answer. Number 35. Which strategy or technique can bring awareness of what we think, feel, and do, and also allow getting in touch with oneself? Letter A, affirmation. Letter B, introspection. Letter C, disclosure. Or letter D, centering. The correct answer is letter B, introspection. So this technique involves consciously examining one's own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So it promotes self-awareness and allows an individual to deeply connect with their inner self. Introspection. Number 36. Which of the following is not an effective time management? Letter A, setting goals and priorities. Letter D, avoiding procrastination. Letter C, acting on impulse and delays. Or letter D, evaluating progress towards goals. Okay, the correct answer is letter C, acting on impulse and delays. So this reflects poor time management. Acting impulsively and delaying tasks leads to disorganization, missed deadlines, and reduced productivity. Okay. Number 37. It is defined as the science of the morality of human acts as well as the art of living. Letter A, philosophy. Letter B, moral philosophy. Letter C, ethics. Or letter D, psychology. The correct answer is letter C, ethics. Ethics is a branch of philosophy that studies morality. So this focuses on what is right and wrong in human behavior. It is often called both the science of morality and the art of living because it guides how we should act. That is ethics. For letter A, the philosophy. Philosophy is the broad study of fundamental questions about existence, knowledge, reasoning, but does not specifically focus on morality alone. For letter B, moral philosophy, although similar, but moral philosophy is often considered a subset of ethics or interchangeably used with it. So ethics is the more widely accepted and specific term, not the moral philosophy. And for letter D, psychology studies how human behavior and mental processes, but does not primarily deal with morality or ethics. Number 38. Filipinos have a selfish, self-serving attitude that generates a feeling of envy and competitiveness towards others, particularly one's peers who seem to have gained some status or prestige. Letter A, crab mentality. Letter B, kanya-kanya syndrome. Letter C, extreme personalism. Or letter D, nepotism. Okay, so the correct answer is letter A, crab mentality. Crab mentality refers to the attitude where people pull others down out of envy or jealousy, much like crabs in a bucket that prevent one from escaping. This reflects competitiveness and resentment towards others' success. Letter A is the correct answer. Kanya-kanya syndrome, this means everyone looking out only for themselves or acting independently, but it doesn't specifically imply envy or competitiveness. Extreme personalism, this is about prioritizing personal relationships or loyalties over principle or rules, but not about envy or competitiveness. Nepotism, this refers to favoritism shown to relatives or friends. especially in jobs or positions. This is unrelated to feelings of envy towards peer. Only letter A is the best answer. Number 39. He believed that society and government created a social contract with their goals were freedom and the benefit of the public. Letter A, Thomas Hobbes. Letter B, Karl Marx. Letter C, René Descartes. Or letter D, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. The correct answer is letter D, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. So Rousseau emphasizes the social contract as an agreement where people collectively aim for freedom and the common good. So he believed government legitimacy comes from the people's general will. Okay. Number 40. In which of these cases does peer pressure become most critical? Letter A, when the peers' values conflict with parental moral instruction. Letter B, when the parents disapprove of the peers of his or her child. Letter C, when the adolescent gives in to peer pressure. Or letter D, when parents are unaware of his or her child's peer. The correct answer is letter A, when the peers' values conflict with parental moral instruction. So peer pressure is most critical when it conflicts directly with the moral guidance provided by the parents. So putting the adolescents in a challenging position between two opposing influences. That is peer pressure. Number 41. He believed in the essential freedom of individuals, and he also believed that as free beings, people are responsible for all elements of themselves, their consciousness, and their actions. Letter A, John Paul Sartre. Letter B, John Stuart Mill. Letter D, Jeremy Bentham. Or letter D, Viktor Frankl. The correct answer is letter A, Jean-Paul Sartre. Sartre is a key figure in existentialism who emphasized individual freedom and personal responsibility for one's consciousness and actions. Letter A. Letter B, Mill is known for utilitarianism and liberty, and Bentham is the founder of utilitarianism, focusing on the greatest happiness principle. And for Frankl, he emphasized finding meaning through suffering, but is not primarily known for the philosophy of radical individual freedom and responsibility. Number 42. The supreme and overarching value that characterizes education based on the foregoing philosophy of the human person is letter A, human personality, letter B, human dignity, letter C, human conscience, or letter D, human body. The correct answer is letter B, human dignity. So this is considered a fundamental value that underpins education in all aspects of human person, emphasizing respect, worth, and inherent value of every individual. Human dignity. Number 43. The wisdom of God or the divine reason and will which directs all the actions and movements of things. Letter A, ethical or moral norm. Letter B, universal moral law. Letter C, eternal law. Or letter D, natural law. Okay, the correct answer is letter C, eternal law. Eternal law is the divine wisdom and will of God that governs the universe, directing all actions and movements in creation. Eternal law, the wisdom of God. Number 44. What distinguishes human acts from acts of human? Letter A, emotions. Letter B, free will and judge knowledge. Letter C, physical response. Or letter D, instinct. The correct answer is free will and knowledge. Human acts are actions done with full knowledge and consent, making them morally accountable. Yet is human acts. Okay. Number 45. Which of the following best exemplifies the idea of authentic freedom? Letter A, doing whatever one wants regardless of consciousness. Conse- consequences. Letter B, acting in accordance with one's impulses. Letter C, choosing the good with responsibility and reason. Or letter D, rejecting authority and rules. The correct answer is letter C, choosing the good with responsibility and reason. Authentic freedom involves moral responsibility, not just the absence of restrictions. So letter C is the best answer. All right, so congratulations for completing the part three of our values education majorship. So don't forget to drop your scores in the comments below and let us know what other topics you'd like us to cover next. So this is Teacher Art saying stay consistent, stay motivated, and remember your passion for shaping hearts and minds will always be your greatest teaching tool. All right, see you for the next review session. Bye bye.